Joins us now. So, Brian, do you think there was one clear winner, anyone that rose above the rest on stage tonight and stood out to voters?
I don't think anybody was that person, but I think there were a couple of people that were sort of candidate 2.0. You saw a difference in Ron DeSantis tonight, different demeanor. Same with Ramaswamy. Tim Scott was more aggressive tonight. A couple of the people on stage need to move on.
You know, this debate was held, at the Reagan Presidential Library, and I think there may be viewers at home who wanted a Reagan-like moment, a big moment to separate themselves from the leader in the polls, who was Donald Trump. Maybe they didn't get that tonight, and if they didn't, does that mean Donald Trump, by not being on that stage, does he win tonight?
Well, that was the discussion in other quarters, was who was the real winner tonight, and the winner might have been Donald Trump, because he didn't have to come here to this debate and take the slings and arrows. It would have been about Donald Trump. You saw what Chris Christie wanted to talk about tonight. Yeah. Chris Christie will not emerge as the nominee, but he is acting as kind of the stalking horse with Donald Trump. And so if they are on the same stage, it's going to be a knockdown battle between those two. Suck the air out of the room.
Okay, so what we did see is a lot of squabbling, a lot of interruptions, a lot of crosstalk. Donald Trump with the commanding lead going into tonight. Did any one of those on stage tonight do enough to change the polls, to move the needle at all?
I think because they debated, they'll see their poll numbers go up. Donald Trump's will go down just slightly. And what will be interesting to watch is which one of these people on the stage tonight sees a bump. Consistently now through two debates, Nikki Haley is impressed. She is a policy wonk. She's fair. She can battle. She went toe-to-toe with Tim Scott tonight. Bring it on. Yeah. That is somebody to watch, I think.
Julie mentions the poll. I know there was a new NBC poll out this week that showed, President Biden and Trump basically tied in a hypothetical, general election matchup. Let me ask you about Biden. What does he need to do? We saw him in Michigan. He was here in the Bay Area. Now he's in Arizona campaigning there. What does he need to do to try to get separation from Donald Trump?
Well, first of all, I think he's going to find that the next few months are very difficult for him. Whether he emerges as the final candidate or not, time will tell. But as he continues to have these moments, more and more people, and the polling is showing us this, more and more people are worried about him as the nominee. You're hearing talk about
Democrats too, or
absolutely, the Democrats are being honest about it. Realize that he's got some cognitive issues, and things are not where you'd want it to be if you were a Democrat. What now happens over the next few months is going to be interesting. I talk with a lot of people around the country, and there's this idea, well, maybe something will happen at the convention, where he doesn't win on the first ballot, and then somebody else emerges. Who knows? But it's going to be interesting to see what goes on over the next few months. I also don't think people think Kamala Harris is the heir apparent.
Really quickly before we let you go, what about the Democratic response? How did Governor Newsom do tonight?
Well, Governor Newsom has been everywhere over the last few days.
Maybe that says something.
It does.
And he's debating Ron DeSantis coming up.
That is the thing. And so he's the face of the Democratic Party right now, which cannot be playing well with Kamala Harris.
All right. Brian, it's always good to have you. Thanks so much for your perspective.
Absolutely.
Appreciate
Absolutely.
it.
All right, thanks, Brian. Well, we spoke with some Bay